Welcome back once again to the first Descendant. Today we are going to be talking about a hotfix and update coming from the developers and a lot of news over at Reddit that you guys need to know about in time for this update, and it's going to be a big one. If you do enjoy this video, please consider dropping a like and comment down below. Let's try to get this video to 300 likes. And the winner for 1000 caliber has been announced as well, as you can see on screen. I will be doing another giveaway for 1000 caliber. Drop a comment down below and I will pick the winner in tomorrow's video. Let's go ahead and get started. So as I did mention yesterday, there will be a server maintenance and the Hotfix 1.0.3. For 5 hours, the game will be down on Thursday. That is a long time. Now this update is going to be pretty damn big considering the amount of complaints and feedback the community has been giving to the developers recently. That goes towards missions and how long they take, and specifically what you get out of them is not near enough for the time you put in. The drop rates are absolutely horrendous, and the drop table for all the missions actually don't make any sense at all. If an item has 10% drop chance, you should have gotten it after a couple hours, but people aren't getting it in days. For example, this Reddit post says 3 days and still nothing for his Ajax Spiral Catalyst blueprint, but he's gotten everything else pretty damn easily. The 6 and 10% drop chances difference right there, he's got a 9 Afterglow, but no ultimate Ajax. It doesn't make any sense, and he did ask for the drop table, but if you did not know, Nexon actually did have a lawsuit on their hands about 6 to 7 months ago due to their drop table issues previously. So will they announce the drop table? Yes, they did actually say they will be releasing it, but we don't have any news right now considering the hotfix will be coming out and most likely a change to the drop table and drop rates. After that, we will be seeing the drop table be out from the developers. Now, will there be a considerably large change? Well, we're gonna have to wait and see, and I hope so. I will obviously keep you guys updated on that hotfix as soon as it does drop. I will be waiting for those patch notes. As soon as they're out, the video will be out with it. Talking about farming and drop chances and everything like that, if you are trying to farm crystallization catalyst right now, this is basically the perfect format. You guys can save this image if you want to. I will leave it down in the comments. It shows you exactly on how to farm this certain crystallization catalyst the best way with the drop chances and exactly where to farm it. So this is going to be helpful for a lot of you out there, and actually for me as well. Going back to the hotfix that's going to be coming out tomorrow, this Reddit post is talking about the Outpost missions, which I have had an absolute nightmare with the past 3 days. It says, why the 4.50 timer? It drags out the pacing so much. At least if Descendant's parts were a part of a dungeon, it's non-stop action, which is fun, and I do agree with that. Waiting to play for a mere 20 seconds every 4 minutes for hours and hours just for a 6% drop chance really sucks the life out of me. And I do agree, especially with the 6% drop chance coming in from the Outpost missions. For example, the ultimate Lepek is what I'm trying to farm right now, and I've been doing it for days, but still nothing. And I do have to keep going back and forth, traveling to other parts of the map just to reset that timer. Sometimes that doesn't work because if you didn't know, basically once you do reset that area, you're going back into another area where someone has just recently been, and you're taking over their timer. So yeah, 20 seconds, 10 seconds if you're very quick, gameplay wise, and then 4 minutes or a couple of minutes waiting really does drag out the gameplay, especially trying to farm for such a low drop chance material. Hopefully that does get taken care of by them. Going back towards the RNG and playability about the game, this Reddit post says this has got to be the most annoying thing in this game. Obviously talking about the void missions, which I do agree. These things are an absolute nightmare when trying to farm. Not only do you have the such low chance of dropping your Amorphous materials, you then have to farm the fragments, and then you have to farm the Fragment mission in order to even get the chance of dropping another 6 to 4% chance of dropping the material that you actually need. So not only are you going to be farming hours on end for a 6% chance of dropping, you also have to farm the fragments in order to unlock the area where you can use the material that you got for another 6% chance. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Just something to go over real quick. This Reddit post says, please give more ammo during bosses. I do actually agree with this. Sometimes you do, well, most of the time, 99% of the time, you will be running out of ammo at the boss, and you either have to die or go back to the resupply robots or wait for enemies to drop you some ammo. And even at that, they don't actually always drop you ammo. You can go through a couple of rounds of ads and get nothing. Something small for them to fix, just drop ammo from the bosses, from the enemies from the bosses. It could help out a lot. There also has been some talk lately about us getting a follower / robot companion that's going to be picking up a loot for us. This Reddit post does say, next one, please. Oh, well, I would guess this is from Warframe. I actually don't know. And I'm guessing this little robot just picks up loot for you instead of you having to do it yourself, which is quite helpful, actually. Just a little one here as well. He says, I think these should be sharing the same socket type. If you didn't know, all the antibodies, toxic, electric, cold, and heat, share different socket types, which kind of makes no sense. They all serve the exact same purpose, the raw defense type antibody mods, so they should be sharing the same thing, but they don't. So a fix for that would be great. For all of you that are worried about getting all the Ultimate Descendants, this guy has gotten every single Ultimate Descendants for free without purchasing a single thing. That has a lot of determination behind it, because I don't even have one yet and I've been farming for days for Lepek, so that's absolutely insane. Just wanted to come here and give you guys a quick tip just in case you're doing something wrong like I was doing while trying to farm Ultimate Lepek and other characters as well for his code. If you go over here, and let's say that you're trying to do it over here for the pattern 061 in the Sterile Lands, you can see that this is where we're going to be farming it. But in the lower part, the additional rewards for successful infiltration, that's where you get the material pattern. Now, if you're just farming this without doing it this way, you're never going to get it, ever. So I'll show you exactly how to do it. First off, you need Sharon. You have to use Sharon because we have to go invisible for this method. That's the only way that it works, okay? We actually have to do it without getting seen by the enemies, and I'll show you how to do that now. So what I like to do is just hide behind this wall, for example, and just wait for the timer to go down to 0. We have to use her active camouflage ability, which allows us to go invisible and not be seen by enemies. So once it's started, go ahead and use your camouflage and go in. Now you can obviously start operating the devices and then turn them off. Now the enemies won't see you, so you have to do this pretty quick. You do have like 13 seconds until your camouflage runs out. Go ahead and turn them off, and now the boss will spawn just as normal, and you can go ahead and destroy her. My Sharon is like very weak, so I die instantly. I actually got her about not that long ago, so she's very, very weak. And anyway, you can go ahead and kill the boss this way, and that is how you get the materials. Like there in the bottom right, you can see that I have gotten the material needed in order to actually farm the Ultimate Lepek code. So overall, that is what we're going to be most likely having a look at tomorrow. The game will be changing tomorrow very, very much. We're going to be having a look at the drop rate differences that will be coming out. Also, a lot of changes to Outpost missions, Void Fraction missions, and just overall gameplay wise as well. Like I said, I will keep you updated in exactly what's going to be going on, and hopefully we do get a large update, and I'll see you all very soon with the brand new fix.